Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. I started my own YouTube channel just to document my learnings, my successes and my mistakes on my print-on-demand journey. I started my print-on-demand business in November 2020, so I'm just about like 2 months in and I already see some good successes. So this video is really about, is it still worth doing or creating a print-on-demand business? And I know there are lots of videos out there also looking at, is it still worth doing it in 2021? And I just want to share a bit of my mindset, a bit of my own perspective on this, and the reasons why I started the print-on-demand business. So first of all, I think, it's probably one of the, it's a very simple business model. I mean, you create your designs, you can upload them, and then hopefully you make some money. So I think it is one of the business models with the lowest risk. So you have to just put time in, and the time to learn things, to learn new things. I think if you're willing to learn new things it's enough to watch YouTube videos. So I watched lots of YouTube videos and read a few things, but mostly from YouTube videos. So I still work full time, and I've got a 45-minute journey to get to work. And I don't waste a single minute. So I normally have a video running in the background over Bluetooth. So I don't need to watch it, I just listen to it. And that's enough to just learn everything about this topic. So that way, I learned which platforms are out there, which kind of, what software do you need to create designs, and all the tips that you need really to start. So you don't need a course, I think. All you need is a bit of time, watch the YouTube videos. You don't need a course. You just start by watching YouTube videos, and then you just start. If you don't start, if you wait, I need to get a course before I start, I need to read a book before I start, I think you'll never start, or you might start, but it will be far too late. So just start with something, and eventually you will have a certain result, which might not be perfect, but it will be, you will need to go through a learning curve anyway. That's what I found. I mean, I'm still learning every day, but it is reality that if you start a new business, and even you can look at, you can listen to so many courses, you can attend so many courses, read so many books and watch so many YouTube videos, you will still have to go through a learning curve. And I tried to, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I thought I'm perfectly equipped to start, but there's always just things you will only learn when you do them yourself and when you go through the learning. And I think you can shorten the learning curve a lot by doing a bit of preparation. As I said, listen to YouTube videos. There's a lot of good channels out there which about this topic, and that will be enough for you to start. So just start, just do it. And I think if you were willing to, put this sort of self-learning in, this time for the self-learning, then it's worth doing, because it's, the rewards can be great. I think within a very short time you can build a decent passive income. And I mean, some people think, I didn't really see a lot in the first month, but it seems to have doubled in the second month. And now that I go in the third month, I see, considering where I am now, I can see it might double again. That's how it looks like, because, I suddenly see on Redbubble, on Spreadshirt, and looking at all my analytics, also from my Etsy shop, I see it's just going like that. All the views go like that, and I start to see sales pretty much every day now, which is really good. I mean, today, for example, I sold 2 items on Spreadshirt and 1 on Etsy. And I mean, in total, it's just 3 sales. But considering that I only started 2 months ago, it is really good. And looking at what other people achieve when they do this, and some people don't see a sale in the first 3 months, I think it's really good. So you have to put the effort in. You have to really work. And I think with this one, obviously, the more time you can put in, the more you will achieve. That's not necessarily the case with every business, but here it is, because you can design, let's say, 60 designs per day, and then you can upload them to 4 or 5 different platforms. And that will give you a certain advantage, to your competitors who might only upload 2 or 3 a day. And then you can succeed, I think, if the designs are decent. So as I said, if you are willing to put the time in and the effort to learn it, and then it's a great business model, because you can learn a lot yourself, and you put the time in, you upload things, and you see results fairly quickly. And some people might think, 2 or 3 months to see something, that is quite long, but I think it's actually not, because I've got another business as well. I invest a bit in property, just sort of started last year as well. But just the time that it takes to get to buy a house, it takes 4 to 5 months. And it's just, compared to other businesses, I think this is really quite a short period of time that you can actually see successes if you do it the right way and if you don't waste your time. So I think definitely it's worth doing in 2021. I can already see now the successes, and I could give up now, and I probably would see sales every month if I leave my shops online and everything. But I don't want to do that. I want to just, now that I see those sales coming in, it is very motivating. So I will double my efforts to achieve my goal, because I've got a clear goal for 2021. I want to get to a decent passive income, which I'm not going to say how much it is, but this income I want an income which could replace my current full-time income as a manufacturing manager, which is a decent income. And I know I can achieve it. I can see myself in 6 months having achieved that goal. I've got certain goals and objectives for 2021. I've got a vision board. I've got it all really clearly set out. I know where we will be, me and my family, at the end of the year. And I use print on demand, and it's only one of the sort of strategies I do. There's some other businesses as well, but I use print on demand to help me get there. And I know I will succeed, and I know other people can succeed as well. If you follow my channel, for example, you will see that, I want to be very honest and transparent. I just want to share everything. I want to share when I've made sales. I want to share what works for me, and I want to share what doesn't work. Because, as I said, I go through the learning curve, and I want to help you to maybe be able to reduce that learning curve, because I watched other YouTube channels and these people helped me to get to results quickly. And it's really good. As I said, I don't think you need a course. You don't need to put a lot of time in to prepare, but I think you just have to get started, and you just have to start to create good designs. And how to do that, there's lots of other YouTube channels out there, but also I would, give you some guidance and just share what I've learned. So you just need to be able to produce decent designs, ideally yourself in the beginning, because then you can, if you want, you can source it out later, but you need to know how it works yourself. That's what I've found. And I think it's definitely still worth doing. I think the things change very quickly. So I think that a lot of people complain about Redbubble at the moment, and I can see it, because this sort of tag spamming is just horrible, and there's a lot of copyright infringement going on. And I think over time, maybe all the platforms shift a little bit in popularity. The ones that work really well for me at the moment are Spreadshirt and Etsy, and also Amazon Merch. Whereas on Amazon Merch, I'm only tier 25 at the moment, but I've just tiered up from tier 10 to tier 25. And even that, it might take a while, but you have to get started. I would recommend just set a shop up with Amazon Merch, and then over time, in the beginning, you won't make a lot of money because it's just tier 10. But do it now, and then maybe in, I don't know how many months, you'll be at tier 500 or tier 1000. And that is obviously motivating as well. So for me now, every day something seems to happen. So either on this YouTube channel I get new subscribers, and thank you very much for that, because I know in probably a couple of months this YouTube channel will have 1,000 subscribers. Even here, I have to go through the learning curve as everyone. So there's a lot of people saying, is it still worth creating a YouTube channel? I think it is. I think it's the future. Not necessarily YouTube, but generally online business. And this is just growing so fast. With YouTube, for example, you can get subscribers. It's just amazing how many views you can get. Even in the beginning, it's so quick. I've also set up some websites, just because this will be another sort of strategy for affiliate websites and everything. And generating ad revenue, but I've set them up months ago, and I don't really get a lot of views. But looking at YouTube, how quickly you can get views, I think it's amazing. You can do so many things online, and I definitely recommend, if you want to do it, take it seriously, and you will see how the sales come in, and you will see successes. And this is very encouraging. But I think you need to know what your goals are and what your targets are. Because I've very clearly, I know where I will be, or we will be as a family, end of the year. And you need to know that, because if you don't know that, then there's no drive. You know, if you just think, oh yeah, maybe I started, maybe I make a bit of money, it will not help you to get anywhere really. So we've got clear targets. I've got a passion for something, and I want to be able to do that. And you know, and that's why I need a certain passive income. And this just drives me. And you know, my day, I don't really have a lot of spare time during the day. So just to a bit about my mindset. So I mean, in the morning, this morning I had to be at work at 5 o'clock. So I woke up at 3:30 and didn't waste any time. I started my laptop, you know, the uploader started running, and I started uploading 50 designs to 5 or 6 different platforms. And this obviously takes a few hours. So I drove to work, the laptop was running at home, which my wife switched off later, but you know, while I was driving to work, it was uploading. And you know, this stuff I could do in parallel. So that just shows how much drive I have, I think. And you just need to do what's necessary to get to your goals. I mean, everybody has different goals, and I'm not saying you need to do that, because it might be a bit crazy, but you know, if you have the drive, you don't really see it as work, I think. I just want to, it's motivating every day. And when you see the sales come in, you do these things. And you know, I think that's why I'm using an upload tool, because no way I could do that by hand and manually, because I would never be where I'm now if I, you know, had I uploaded manually in the last few months. It would just have taken forever, and I wouldn't even be like probably like 20 or 30% where I'm now. So this massively helped me increase my, you know, my sales and my progress. You know, and then I still work full time, so I work my day, and then I come home, spend a bit of time with the kids, and then I start designing or doing YouTube videos, because I know where I want to be, and I kind of know I have to do it to get there. So it's sort of in the background, and I know I need to do it, and I'm highly motivated to do it, because you know, I see on my YouTube channel, I see subscribers joining, which is really good. Again, thank you. I see the sales are coming in. It's just amazing which kinds of things are selling. So I think you need to put the work in, definitely, but be very clear about your goals and objectives. That's very important. And if you don't have a, I think, passion for something, and you don't really know what you need this passive income for, I think it's very difficult to succeed. I think you need to know exactly where you want to be. And you also need to see it, well, I don't say you need to see it, but I personally see this as a general business, like, you know, a professional business. I also set up a limited company. So I'm running this via the limited company, not in my own name, because, you know, it's just, I see it as a business. And that might be because as I also work in the corporate world, I know how important, like, you know, things like daily output. You know, I try to push out designs every day. So, you know, everywhere, if you have a good output and a good quality of designs, and you can deliver, you know, this will give you a certain competitive advantage. So I know I have to do that, save costs on the other side, and I see it as a proper business. And I don't say everybody needs to do that. I mean, you can do it because you just like designing, and that's fine. But it's just because I've got certain targets that I want to achieve. I think I need to have that business mindset. And yeah, I think it's different for everyone, but that's just my mindset. And I think you can succeed either way. But I think if you've got if you're like laser focused on what you want to achieve, then it will be much easier to get there. And yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And I just wanted to share a bit about, you know, my own understanding of this, my own view and my mindset. And I hope it was a bit helpful and you liked the video. If you do, then please give me a click on the like button. That would be very helpful, and it would support the channel, obviously. And if you're interested in following me on my own print-on-demand journey, then please subscribe to the channel, and I would highly appreciate that. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.